Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Niner Sickness podcast. Good Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I am your boy, Niner Beto, a.k.a. Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Welcome. We're going to talk free agency. We're going to talk draft. Who should the Niners go after in free agency? And who should the Niners draft in the draft? We're going to talk about that and much more. Normally, I go live with my co-host, Jess from East Coast Red and Gold. She wasn't able to come on today, so I am going solo. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk Niners right after this. I got to change that. My apologies. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. For those watching me on Facebook, welcome. Apollo, Wells, and Greg, welcome to the chat. And for those that are watching me on YouTube, welcome, everyone. Just want to say thank you for joining the podcast. You guys are awesome. Let's get to some of the comments real quick before we go forward. But before we start the show, let's make sure to wipe our feet before answering and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness. Let's go. All right. We got John in the house. What's up, John? Have a great show, Beto. Thank you, sir. We got Don in the house. How you doing, Don? Good evening, Niner family. Please don't forget to debo the like button. Also, please don't forget to wipe your feet. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much to Don, one of my moderators. You are an awesome moderator. What's up, Daniel Barry Sports? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. We got Niner Faithful Radio, my brother, my Uso. What's up, Jason? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. So, it is Friday, March 8th. Monday will be here before you even know. And we're going to talk about free agents. Some of the prospects that are out there that the Niners might go after. I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't think the Niners are going to get a big free agent. I don't think that we don't have the cap money. The money's pretty tight and so forth. But let's be honest with one another. What's up, Shane? What's up, Sergio? Let's be honest. This time last year in the offseason, nobody thought, whether you like the free agent signing of Javon Hargrave, whether you think that Hargrave was a great addition to the Niners or not, that is totally up to you, and I understand your thought process in that. But nevertheless, it doesn't take away the fact that the Niners, day one of free agency, made a big splash. Javon Kinlaw, last offseason, was a big free agent, top 5 free agent out there. And a lot of Niner fans assume because of the finances in San Francisco and because of the players that we had signed, and we signed Nick Bosa to a long-term contract, and we had signed Debo a couple years back, how are the Niners going to manufacture money to go out and to go out and get a free agent like Javon Kinlaw? Right? That was our thought process. How is the Niners, Jed York, John Lynch, Kyle, and Parag gonna make it work? Well, to our surprise, what do? They went and brought in day one Javon Hargrave. I say all that to say this. Could it be possible, ladies and gentlemen, could it be possible that the Niners may be looking at a big free agent this year? Can we hear the name Chris Jones? Danielle Hunter? Maybe trade for Brian Burns? Is it possible that the Niners can surprise a lot of us as they did last year? Whether, like I said, if you think that it worked with Javon Kinlaw, he was a great asset or not, that's besides the point. The point is the Niners went after a big fish. So I'm tending to believe that the Niners could go after someone like Chris Jones, someone like Hunter, maybe trade for a top corner, maybe trade for Brian Burns. Is it possible that the Niners could go after a big free agent? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because I think the Niners will. I think the Niners are going to bring someone in. They understand they came this close to winning the Super Bowl. They've been to 2 Super Bowls and have lost. The pressure is mounting up for John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. The pressure is mounting up. Yes, we've been very effective. Yes, we've been competitive. Yes, we have won double-digit games. We have dominated throughout the season. Yes, we made it to 4 NFC championships, 2 Super Bowl, but we haven't won the big one. And at the end of the day, although not winning the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean you're not a great organization. It just means you haven't been able to cross the barrier. The ultimate goal of each team is to go and win the Super Bowl. How can the Niners do this? They got Brock Purdy on a rookie contract. If the time is now, is definitely this next week coming up. Who will the Niners get to bring in to help us over the hump? Will they bring a skilled receiver? Will they bring a top-notch pass rusher? How do we become better than the Chiefs? By taking away their best player in Chris Jones. Imagine putting Armstead on the outside, Chris Jones and Javon Hargrave in the middle, and then you got Nick Bosa. How sweet would that D-line be? Now, let's keep it real. I would love to see Chris Jones in a Niner uniform. But the reality is, we can't dismiss the idea that we can't get rid of Eric Armstead. This is what I've been hearing, ladies and gentlemen. If we go after Chris Jones, why not cut Armstead? That's what I've been hearing. Why not cut Armstead? Give me a second real quick. If we cut Armstead, let me see what it is. Let me see what the dead money is on Armstead. All right, Armstead. The cap number for Armstead is 25. 25 to cut Armstead. I cannot see Armstead going anywhere. What's up, David Williams? Welcome. I don't think Armstead would work on the outside. Here we go. I don't think Armstead would work on the outside. All right, Sergio. I hear you. But we can't cut him. So maybe we keep Armstead. We keep Javon Hargrave. Now, for what I heard, Hargrave was playing with an injury all year long. So he's going to recover from that. He should be different, better than the first year. It always takes a player about a year to adapt in the defense they're moving into. So maybe we don't go and get a Chris Jones. But let me ask you, is it out of the realm to say that the Niners can go after someone like Hunter from the Vikings or trade for Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers? I want to get your guys' thought. Do you guys think that it is a possibility that the Niners can go after someone like Brian Burns? And what would it take? A first round? That might be a little steep, right? Would you guys give your 31 overall for that opportunity to bring in Brian Burns, which is a great pass rusher? Imagine having Brian Burns and Nick Bosa. Now, I've been hearing rumblings about maybe Joey Bosa coming to the Niners if he gets cut from the Chargers. Is it a possibility that he comes to the Niners? Maybe. But do you really want to depend on Joey Bosa? Do you honestly want to depend on Joey Bosa being the guy that you depend on? He is amazing when he plays football and he's on the field, but the problem is he is always getting hurt. The best ability is availability. And unfortunately for Joey Bosa, as great as it sounds, Nick Bosa and his brother Joey, that would be amazing. And it probably could happen. First of all, Joey's going to get cut. It is way too much money to keep Joey if you're a Chargers. He will get cut. The question is, will Joey want to play for the league minimum to get the opportunity to play 1 year with his brother? Get that out of the way. And maybe come to San Francisco on a prove-it year. Come for 1 year, stay healthy, play in one of the great defenses with a great defensive coordinator, coach, and Chris Eric. Prove to everyone you can stay healthy, and then the following year, you can get the bag. Or will he want to go up somewhere and get paid right away because he knows that the chances of him getting hurt are huge. Let me read some of these comments real quick. What's up, Jason? I said hi to you already. Sergio Molina says, I don't think Armstead will work on the outside. Don says, how are you doing? Brother, I am doing great. I remodeled my office. I cleaned it up. I moved my desk. This desk is heavy. It's one of those desks that go up and down. It raises up and down, and it's heavy. So it took me a lot for me to move it. I had to bring all my equipment down, and I didn't think I was going to get it together by tonight, but here I am. But I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Don't cut him. Just don't think he's athletic enough to hold the edge. Now, he's done it before, but we can all agree on that since he moved in the inside, he's been more effective in the inside. That we can agree on. He's been more effective on the inside than the outside. What's up, David Williams? I like the O-line guy from Duke. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes. He might possibly be there. He can play tackle, guard, and center. So he's one of those multiple guys that you can move around. Now, as you guys probably already heard, the Niners went ahead and signed McKivitz to another year. Now, a lot of Niner fans are not happy with the extension of McKivitz. McKivitz was under contract in 2024, but the Niners decided to give him another year and extend him through 24 and 25. Now, I am hoping, for the love of God, that $7 million they gave him to extend him isn't because they believe he is the answer at right tackle. I'm hoping that the Niners are going to draft a tackle prospect in this year's draft. They're going to either move up in the first round, maybe move up to the middle 20s, early 20s from 31, get a solid tackle, and then groom him under McKivitz. I hope that's the direction they're going. I hope they decide that they're going to groom this tackle they're going to draft and then let go of McKivitz and then put in the tackle. Because if McKivitz is the answer for them, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go into 2024 season as McKivitz, my starting right tackle with nobody behind him. That is scary, scary, scary. What's up, my brother? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. He says, go after Myles Garrett. You're funny. Let's see here. He did well compared to Burford. Yep. Well, Burford, he wasn't as great as I thought he would be at guard. He is they got to develop him more. Maybe in the future he plays better. I just want to say hello to Peggy Banks. Welcome to the show, Peggy. Let's see here. Beto, what's the plan with Banks and Armstead? Banks isn't going anywhere. We have our left tackle and big boy Trent, and we have our left guard and Aaron Banks. And when it comes to Eric Armstead, nothing's going to happen because they can't afford to cut him. $25 million dead money if they cut him. It's because they always kick the can down the road with Armstead. They might do it again. Who knows? I would be happy the first pick was a center or right guard. Now, David, are you liking that type of pick with the 31st overall pick? Or do you think the Niners need to move up to maybe 25, 24, the 23 area if a guard or a tackle they have high on their board is still there? Because let's be honest, I know a lot of quarterbacks are going to go. I just don't expect to see a great day one starter tackle at 31. Can you guys see a tackle going in 31 and being a first day starter for the Niners? Possible? I just seem hard-fetched that the Niners will be able to get a top-line tackle at 31. I don't know about you guys. Regardless of what happens, I am fired up. I'm excited. The draft is coming before you know it. We got 11 draft picks. The comps came out. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys for those that haven't heard. The 49ers got not one, but 5 comp picks. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo did it again. Oh boy, did Jimmy G do it again. We were initially expecting to get a 3rd round comp pick for the departure of Jimmy G. And unfortunately, that did not happen. They gave us a 4th round pick instead for Mr. Jimmy Garbage, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see here. So I was listening to David Lombardi earlier today, and he gave an explanation of the comp picks. Give me a second real quick. So we got in the first round at 31, it's the 49ers original pick. The Niners will be picking in the second round, number 63, which is their original pick. The Niners are picking at 94 in the 3rd round. They had 2 third rounds, but they had to give one for the Chase Young trade. Now, the way that Chase Young played, I kind of wish they would have kept the 3rd pick, but I can't blame the Niners for trying to bring in a pass rusher like Chase Young. We get a 4th round pick, 123, from the Dallas Cowboys in the trade of Trey Lance. Remember that trade? We got their regular 4th round, not their comp pick, which was great. Then we have our pick in the fourth round at 130. So we have 123 from Dallas, 130 from the Niners, and then we got a comp pick in the fourth round, 132. So we'll be picking 3 times in the fourth round. 123, 130, and 132. Then we go to the fifth round and we select at 175, which is a comp. Then in the sixth round, we select 211, which is a comp. And then we select 215 in the sixth round as a comp as well. Then in the seventh round, we draft 239 via Denver. And then we finish the night with our own seventh round pick at 251, which is 11 draft picks. Will they use some of these draft picks to move up and go and get a good tackle? Let's see here. Give me a second. Let's see here. How's everybody doing, by the way? Now, I don't know how high this kid's going to go, but the kid from Georgia, Mims, Amarius Mims, I don't know if I screwed up his first name. My apologies. He's 6'7", weighs 333 pounds, projected 40 time, 4.88. And he's going to go in the first round. The question is, where in the first round is he going to go? Is he going to go top 15? Top 20? Then you got, I see your question, Scary Indication. I'm going to get to in a minute. There's another kid that I like. Where is he? Graham Barton from Duke. 6'5", weighs in at 306 pounds, projected 40 time, 5.3. Pretty fast for a big boy. He's projected to go round 1 or late round 1 or early round 2. Now, a lot of people like this kid to play tackle, but to me, Graham Barton is more of a guard. Now, he can play guard, he can play tackle, he can play center, but I think he'll be better suited at guard next to McKivitz. And they may try him at tackle, but I can see him playing the guard position if he's drafted by your San Francisco 49ers. I like him a lot. There's another kid that I like. I like this kid here. Where is he? Taylor Guyton, tackle from Oklahoma. He's a tackle from Oklahoma. He plays right tackle, can play left. He's 6'7", weighs 328, 40 time, 5.3. He's projected to go in the late first, early second round. He's a guy that I think will be more better suited for a tackle, and maybe they sit him 1 year under McKivitz, or maybe he just needs about a month to get accustomed to the NFL, and maybe by the end of September, early October, this kid can come in, and then we can use McKivitz as a rotational piece, or even move McKivitz to guard. Which direction will the Niners go with the first pick? By the way, talking about picks, myself and Jess from East Coast Red and Gold, last year we went live through the whole draft, all 3 days. And this is something that we're going to do again. We're going to go live Thursday, day one, the whole draft. Then we're going to go live Friday for 2 and 3, right? And 4, I believe. And then we're going to finish it on Saturday morning for the 5th, 6th, and 7th round. So if you're watching the draft and you want to just come in and talk, me and Jess will be hosting the draft live, and we'll be having special guests come in. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about players, where they're going to the teams they got picked by, and we're definitely going to talk 49ers picks. Who is the Niners picking at number 31? What's up, Ma Lopez? I see you there watching. Welcome to the channel. Do the Niners move up to get their tackle of the future? Do they stay put and get a guard? Or should the Niners just take the best player on the board? This is one of the reasons why extending McKivitz to 2025, and they gave it a lot of the money in bonus, so it's going to lower the cap hit this year. So by extending McKivitz, it actually lowers his cap hit this year, because now they can extend that another year. Will the Niners blow you guys out of the water and take a receiver at 31? When was the last time the 49ers took a receiver with round number 1? Do you guys remember? When was the last time the Niners drafted a wide receiver? Curious. When was the last time they drafted a wide receiver? Now, are they going to do it? Probably not. Most likely they're not. But wouldn't that be crazy if they took a receiver at 31 because he happens to be the best player on the board? David, don't talk about my kicker. Hey, you know what, though? Taking a kicker in the 3rd round was crazy. It was. But I like the kid, Jake Moody. I think Jake Moody is going to be one hell of a kicker going forward for the San Francisco 49ers, man. Personally. Let's see here. Let's look at the free agents available. I don't know about you, but it's going to get crazy on Monday. It's going to get crazy on Monday. All right. What's up? Let's see here. Who do we have on here? Hold on, guys. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. We got my brother from a different mother from 49ers Ultimate Report, John J. How you doing, sir? Happy Friday. My Friday's good. Talking 49er football with y'all. Couldn't be any better. What do you guys think about Robert Hunt from Miami? A great fit for any zone blocking offense, looking for a difference maker on the ground. Hunt's experience as a tackle also shows he has pass blocking chops. He's 28 years old. Would you guys be interested in someone like that? Then there is, what's the other kid that I like? Now, would you sing a running back? Would I what? Hold on, guys. Oh, I think you meant to say sign. Would you sign a running back or draft a running back? He is a good one. Running backs, to be honest with you, we have McCaffrey, we have Mason, and then we have Elijah Mitchell. I think at this point, the Niners are probably going to draft a running back in the 6th round, 6th or 7th round, or maybe they just bring in a couple of undrafted free agents and see who can stay, who can sign with the Niners. All right, so let's move over to defense real quick. Whether you guys like it or not, it is a reality that John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, they love building in the defensive line. I can't even say in the trenches because they don't put a lot of money on the offensive line. If it was true that they build in the trenches, they would also be putting money on that offensive line, and they have it. They like to put their money on defensive line and then like to scheme their offensive players. Will the Niners bring in a high-end pass rusher? I don't think they're going to bring Chase back. Do you guys think they're going to bring Chase back? Do you want them to bring Chase back? Chase Young? What about Danielle Hunter? He's 29. Hunter's productive holdout last summer led to a one-year deal worth $20 million with guarantees. The team could not tag him. He's going to be a free agent. He proceeded to rack up 16 and a half sacks, proving again he can transcend in any scheme. This kid had 16 and a half sacks at 29. Is it possible that the 49ers could bring in someone like Danielle Hunter? Can you see Danielle Hunter opposite of Nick Bosa? Can you see him opposite of Nick Bosa? Just causing havoc. Then there's the kid, Bryce Huff from the Jets. He's 26, He's going to cost some money, but probably not as much as Hunter Huff. It's a pretty good pass rush specialist. I think he can benefit from Javon Hargrave, from Bosa, and from Eric Armstead. Now, I'm trying to stay away from 30 and up. Any player like Clowney at 31, I'm not interested. Sardarius Smith at 31, I am not interested. 29 is pretty much pushing the envelope for me. You get someone at 30, you get someone at 29 for 2 years, he's done by 31. Leonard Floyd is 31. I don't know. Shaquille Barrett is available at 31. I don't know. Like I said, I would love to go 29 or under of age. So if we do sign someone for 2 years, we're finishing up at the player ending up at 32 instead of 35. Let's say hi to a few people that just came in. But before I do that, let me read the comment of John Jay. I would like the Niners to bring back Chase Young, but you're right. He goes to another team. It's just too much money. Too much money for what he's going to ask for the production that he provides. David says, would you take Sartain? I like Sartain from Denver. I don't know what Denver's doing over there. I would like this kid. I just don't know what they want for him at trade value. I do know this, that there's a kid over there by the name of DJ Jones. Some of you still remember him. He's a backup D-tackle, but great against the run. We drafted him a few years back in round 6. Then he was free agent. The Broncos came in and offered him 3 years, something $30 million, and the Niners were not going to pay that. And unfortunately, he went to the Broncos. Would you guys be interested in bringing back DJ Jones to plug in that middle? What's up, Jess? Welcome. Aziz Al-Ashar, I always screw up his name, so my apologies. This kid can definitely be someone that I would be interested in. Whenever Greenlaw or Fred Warner kind of stepped away due to injury, when we had Aziz on the roster, he came in and did pretty damn well. I would love to reunite him, bring him back in, have him step in for Greenlaw. And then when Greenlaw is healthy, then have the trio back in the backfield. Fred Warner, Trey Greenlaw, and Aziz. I would love that. Yes to DJ Jones. I love DJ Jones. I love the way he plays he anchors down against the run. You can have Javon Hargrave to go after the quarterback as a pass rusher, and then on third and short, you bring in DJ to stop the run. I would love to see that combination of D tackles for us. So the Niners, they promoted within to DC. They brought in Staley. He should be able to help out. I like that they brought in KJ Wright as an assistant linebacker. I don't know about you, but the whole KJ Wright reminds me of 2017 when the 49ers hired hired Shanahan and John Lynch, and they promoted D'Amico Ryans to linebacker. When he got hired, I forgot where they were, but I know when they hired D'Amico was an assistant linebacker coach, quality control, kind of like the same way that the cat that we just brought in from Seattle, KJ Wright. And then he got moved to a linebacker coach. And then when Robert Saleh left to the Jets, they promoted D'Amico Ryans from linebacker, and he just took off. Could it be that the Niners are going to be grooming KJ Wright to eventually, in 2 to 3 years, take over as defensive coordinator? Wouldn't that be interesting to see if that works out the way it worked out with D'Amico? Yes. Let me bring up that one in the big screen. The Niners Now podcast will be back if everything works out and nobody's sick on Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jonathan Greener from the Texans. What position does he play? Linebacker or... I know a lot of people were thinking about maybe we bring in Chris Jones, which I don't say we don't. But what about Christian Wilkins? He's a great run stopper. He had 61 pressures for the Dolphins. Why the Dolphins are letting this man walk, it's beyond me. What's up, Tim? What's up, Teron? Welcome. For those that are on my Facebook page, welcome. Oh, he's a defensive end? Jonathan is? Okay. Got you. But Watkins, I think, would be a great... He was not franchise tagged. He will be pursued by a team out there. Now, for those that came in late, I was mentioning this earlier. How many of you guys believe that the Niners are going to make some noise on Monday? As you know, the new league officially starts on Wednesday. Right? That's when all the free agents get to sign with their prospective new team. But on Monday is where the legal tampering starts. And let's be honest, a lot of players know where they're going to be going by Monday. A lot of those big names, the Chris Jones, the Kirk Cousins, those big names out there, they're going to be gone on Monday. My question to you guys, do you think the Niners will make a big splash on Monday? Or are they going to be more of a day 2, day 3 type of team? I asked this because last year, I don't know about you, but I never thought they were going to bring in a big player like Javon Hargrave. He was a big ticket item. He was like the top 3, maybe top 2 available player in free agency last offseason. And a lot of people thought the Niners ain't going to draft nobody in day 1. They're going to wait for day 2, day 3, day 4, and they're going to bring in plug type of players in. But they're not going to bring no superstars. And all of us, maybe some of you knew, but a lot of us were surprised when we heard that the Niners were going to sign Javon Hargrave. Maybe Christian Watkins is the Javon Hargrave. Maybe Chris Jones is the Javon Hargrave. Now, I doubt it because let's be honest. You're not going to get rid of Hargrave. You can't get rid of Armstead. That dead money is way too much. Do you think the Niners bring in a top name pass rusher or maybe a top flight corner? And let me see what corners are available. I'm interested to see what corners are available in free agency. Let's see here. Corners. Cornerback. Kendall Fuller, he's 29. Stephen Gilmore, 33. Nah. Kenny Moore, 29. Akilo Witherspoon, Akulo. Now this guy is intriguing. The Buffalo Bills went ahead and cut this kid. Davius White. I probably screwed it up. Corner, he's 29. White tore his ACL in 2021 and then his Achilles tendon in 2023. So that's a red flag. Terrible luck for the former All-Pro. Those injuries will depress his value, but he's worth a prove-it deal. Could the Niners bring him in on a 1-year prove-it deal? Tim, how you doing, Tim? Bang Bang Niner Gang, welcome. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Make sure to hit that like button. Thank you. Yes. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy.
That is the correct answer.
Hold on, guys. Let me do this before I forget. Where is it?
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.
Thank you for sharing that, John J. What's up, Jose Avila? My brother from a different mother. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's go a bit late, but bang, bang. What time is it in your time? It's 7:42 here. So you either are Central or Eastern time. And it is kind of late, so my apologies. But it's Friday night. I don't know if you work tomorrow. If you do, my apologies. But it is Friday night. I figured, why not handle our business and talk some football on a Friday night? Okay, So you're an hour ahead. It's not that late, Jose. Ándale pues. Ándale pues, Jose.
Ha, ha, ha. Very funny.
Let's see here. So, the free agency is this Monday. Will the Niners make a huge splash on day one? Day one to me is Monday morning. I am curious to know if they will make a splash. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm just saying I'm late for the show, not late night. Oh, I got you. I'm going back home tomorrow to visit family and Imperial Valley in California. Oh, right on, bro. Right on, right on. For those that have not done so already, make sure to hit the like button for your boy Niners sickness. I would appreciate that very, very much. Justin Simmons was let go. Jordan Fuller. I don't know if we need safety. I think somebody asked me earlier about Brown, and I believe you're asking about Jair Brown. I think Jair Brown played very well his rookie year. I think he continues to grow, and I'm going to be happy to say that as long as Hufanga is able to come back from that injury, be the Hufanga of old, we're going to be set at safety for a few years with Hufanga and Jair Brown. I like those two. What receivers are available? Calvin Ridley is available. Marquise Brown. Gabe Davis is interesting. He's a receiver from Buffalo Bills. This kid can play the slot. Pretty much can take over for Jawan Jennings if Jawan Jennings does not sign with the Niners. I don't know about you guys, but I like Gabe Davis. I think he'll be a great addition to the Niners if that was the case. What do you guys think about Tyler Boyd? Tyler Boyd was originally the number one receiver in Cincinnati prior to Chase and Higgins. When they drafted Higgins, Taylor became number 2. Higgins was number 1. And then when they drafted Chase, they moved Taylor to number 3. And he was arguably the best number 3 receiver in the NFL. Imagine having Deebo Samuel, your number 2, Brandon Ayuk, your number 1, and Taylor Boyd, your number 3. Taylor Boyd, whether you like or in love with Jawan Jennings, I like him too, but Taylor Boyd is a huge upgrade to Jawan Jennings. So you would like to bring another corner to complement Charvarius Ward opposite of him and then keep Lenore as the nickelback? See, I'm thinking they're going to move Lenore on the outside and then bring in a slot corner. But We still have Luter and what's the other kid? Womack. I don't know how they're going to turn out. It'll be interesting. How about the dude from the Texans that broke the speed record? I know a lot of people love the 40 on the combine. I think speed. Oh, not from the Texans. You're talking about the kid in the combine, right? The kid from the combine that broke the record. He or not broke it, but he had the 2.2, the same as I forgot the last receiver that had that. Right? Saludos. Andrew Martinez. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Orale. Tim says, yes. I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about. Great. The guy the guy was flying down the lane. Tyron Smith. He's 33, though. I think he's the left tackle, though. I don't know, man. I don't know if the answer is out there at tackle in free agency. I think tackle is something they're going to have to address in the draft. They're going to have to address it in the... John Ross, thank you. Yes, sir. Leon, coming in. Worthy broke John Ross record. Thank you, sir. I couldn't remember his name, but yeah, that's right, John Ross. The dude was flying, man. And I think the first time he went, he got a 4.25. 4.25. And then he ran again, and then he got the 4.22, which is crazy. Okay, Texas. I thought you said Texans. Yeah, I see. You don't try to throw me off here. See right there? From the Texans. Don't be trying to throw me off, Tim. I'm messing with you. From Texas. Yes, Texas. You threw me off with Texans. I'm like, but from Texas, yeah, Worthy. Yeah, he's, I don't know, though. Are the Niners, what was the name of the owner of the Raiders, the one that passed away? Remember him? No, don't worry, Tim. I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. Al Davis. Remember Al Davis? All he did was draft players with speed. I see you, Leon. No worries, brother. I appreciate you helping me out there, bro. Thank you, sir, for having my back, sir. Al Davis would always take receivers with speed, even if they were not great pass catchers, even if they were not great route runners. If you had the speed, you will be taken by the Raiders. The Raiders. Let me do it this way.
Pinche Raiders. Los Pinche Raiders and Al Davis. As soon as you have the running ability and you can run very fast, he will take you like that.
Like that. What are the Niners going to do in free agency? What are they going to do? Are they going to bring in a big free agent? Are they going to just bring in a couple of plug and play players? It's hard to tell with Kyle Shanahan. But you know what I heard, bro? This is the funny thing. Well, I don't know if they're going to make a big splash. The Niners are not known to make big splashes. I'm like, what are you watching? What team are you? I mean, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch don't make big. They brought in Travis Ward. He was a big name corner. They brought in Hargrave after they signed Bosa to that huge deal. People are like, well, you know, Beto, the problem is Brandon Ayuk is going to get signed and his contract is going to be huge. So I can't foresee us getting a big name player after signing Brandon Ayuk. Have you guys forgotten that we signed Nick Bosa? And then after signing him, we went out day one, which is Monday of last year, when the legal tampering started, and they mentioned that they were going to bring in Javon Hargrave, one of the top 3 best free agents of last year, after they signed that huge contract to Nick Bosa. What makes you believe that after giving that contract to Brandon Ayuk, they cannot go out and do the same? As long as they have Brock Purdy on a rookie contract, everything is possible. I wouldn't be surprised if they go after a huge name. They know they got to win the Super Bowl before they give Brock Purdy that huge contract. The trade for CMC was a big splash. Thank you, Jose Avila. Hold on. Give me a second. Booty cheeks. Oh, that's funny, man. Raider traders. That's right. And you're right. Don't forget, CMC was a huge trade. Then they traded for Javon. They traded for Trent Williams. Remember Trent Williams? They traded for Jimmy G. I know Jimmy G did not work out, but you still can't take away that they went big when they went and brought him in. The Niners are known to pull the trigger. And I wouldn't be surprised if they trade for Brian Burns. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade for Snead, the corner of Kansas City. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in Hunter from Minnesota. If they go out and get Christian Watkins from Miami. Or They go big. How do you beat a team that beats you? You take away their best player and you add them to your team. What about if they sign Chris Jones? Imagine bringing in Chris Jones into the mix. The Niners' backs are against the wall. They know they got to win the Super Bowl before they pay. Not that they can't win it after they pay all that money to Brock Purdy, but to me, I believe it's going to be a little bit harder to do. So some of you might think, oh, Niner Beto, it's a pipe dream. Chris Jones to the Niners, never. Javon Hargrave to the Niners last year. If I would have told you guys, let's be honest, if I would have told you guys last offseason, prior of knowing that Javon Hargrave was coming to the Niners, hey guys, the Niners are going to sign and bring in Javon Hargrave. You probably would have thought that I was crazy. But they did it. Can the Niners go after someone like Chris Jones? I'm not saying they will, but I wouldn't be shocked if they... Well, yes, I would be shocked. I'll be fired, man. People thought I was fired up for Javon Hargrave last year. I was shit my pants if they bring in Chris Jones. Holy moly. Red and gold until we're dead and cold. Let me do it this way.
Red and gold until I'm dead and gone.
Rob, what's up, Rob? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I hope we pick up Simmons, then trade for Sartain. A lot of people have been talking about trading for Sartain, the corner from Denver Broncos. What do you guys think the Broncos would want for him? Rob, you're the second person tonight that has brought him up. What do you guys think that it will cost the Niners to trade for that corner in Denver? All right, I like that. Kenny Moore is a good corner. Slot corner. And then you can move Lenore back on the outside. I think Lenore is going to have a great year. I think Lenore has been itching and breaking, working hard, and he's played good. I think 2024 might be the year that he just has that outstanding breakout season. I like Lenore very, very much. So, free agency starts on Monday. Officially, it starts on Wednesday. But we all know that we're going to know where players go by Monday. And then, based on what the Niners do in free agency, will give us a better understanding which direction they may go in the draft. Let me know in the comments right now, or whether you're watching this on a replay. Let me know in the comments. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Let me do it here real quick. Let me start a poll. All right. I started a poll. I put it for you. If you're watching me on Facebook, you're not going to be able to see the poll. The poll is on YouTube. So I put a poll on YouTube. Will the Niners make a big splash day one? Yes or no? So let me know in the comments. Will the Niners make a big splash day one? Yes or no? I'm curious to know your thoughts. And if you're watching me on Facebook, if you can make your way over to YouTube and put in your poll. And while you're there, hit the like button and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. When is the draft? I believe, don't mark my word, I think the 26th. The 26th, I believe, or the 24th of April. But don't mark my words. Define a big splash, Chris Jones. Chris Jones, Steve Watkins, a trade for Brian Burns, bring in a Hunter, that type of big splash. Would DJ Jones be considered big? No. I would love to bring back DJ Jones. I think he was great when he was here. The Niners should have never let him go. But I understand they were not going to give him $30 million for backup defensive tackle. I think that, no, not to discredit DJ Jones, but I think that the Broncos realized they overpaid. But if he can come back to us, I would love to have him. But I don't think he kind of falls in that grid of a big splash. I think the Chris Jones, the Steve Watkins, a trade maybe for Surtain, or you trade for Brian Burns, or you bring in Hunter, or you trade in for a top corner, a top receiver, which I don't see them doing that for a receiver. But yeah, that's what I consider a big trade. Thank you, Tim. He said, I subscribed twice on my big screen. I love it. What part of Illinois? Chicago? If you are not subbed to Beto, I'm not going to get you. You do not want to get my Uso brother upset. You don't want to get my Uso brother upset. I just want to welcome Tanisha. What's up, Tanisha? Good to see you, my girl. Welcome, Fred. What's up, Fred? Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. This is why us content creators got to come on here. We got to talk 49er football. We got to chop it up, because the reality is it is a slow offseason, and we got to make the best of it. We got to make the best of it. So, Tanisha, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. My brother from a different mother. What's up, Pete, from Niner Fanatic Podcast? One of my co-hosts on Tuesdays. The boys are back. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do when we talk football to you? I can't sing, so don't ask me to sing. I'm interested to see the poll. I put a poll on there. Yes or no question. Will the Niners make a big splash day one? I'm curious to see your thoughts. So it is Friday, guys. It is Friday night. It is a slow off season, but you know what? On Monday, it's going to get exciting. Hopefully, we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday. I know the Niners did some coaching hires. They brought in KJ Wright. They brought in that offensive coordinator for the Raiders. I forgot his name. Lombardi, something mixed Lombardi. So they brought him in. I guess they couldn't get Vince Lombardi, so they went and got mixed Lombardi. But they brought him in. They're making some changes in the with the coaching staff. But I don't know what it is, guys. I really don't know. I really got to believe that the Niners are going to make a huge splash on Monday. I really do. I believe it. The Niners know they got to put all their chips in the middle of the table. They got to put all their chips in the middle of the table. Put it all in. Go big or go home. Will the Niners make a big splash in order to get over the hump and get that sixth Lombardi trophy? This is not an offseason to go slow. This is the offseason coming off a Super Bowl loss with this roster to put all your chips in the middle of the table and let's get that Super Bowl. I'm curious to know what the Niners are going to do. Bang, bang. I love it. Songbird of your generation. Yep. Quest for 6. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm excited, guys. Listen, tune in with us every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific Standard. It is myself, Brandon, and Pete. You got Pete from Niner Fanatic Podcast. You got Brandon from Forever Faithful Podcast. And then you got myself. We go on together every Tuesday at 6:30. Join us. We bring great topics. And then on Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, myself, Jess from East Coast Red and Gold, we go live on the Niners Now podcast, and we chop it up. And I know it's a slow offseason, but I got to believe that come on Monday, we're going to have a lot to talk about. A lot of my fellow content creators are going to be going live like crazy when we talk the signing of Chris Jones or the Niners traded for Brian Burns of the Carolina Panthers. Remember, we traded with them for McCaffrey. We have a good standing with the Panthers. Can John Lynch be working his magic and trade again? They did it once for CMC. How did that work out? Pretty damn good, huh? Can they trade for Brian Burns? Imagine Brian Burns opposite of Nick Bosa. Javon Hargrave. A healthy Javon Hargrave and a healthy Eric Armstead would be freaking scary. But the Niners better address the offensive line. They better address the offensive line. They need to take care of that right side of the line. McKivitz was extended today, $7 million. They extended him another year, but I don't think they extended him for the sole purpose of being our starter, a tackle. I think they're going to move up in the first round, and they're going to take a tackle, and they're going to develop that tackle behind McKivitz. Maybe he starts this season. Maybe he gets redshirted for a year. And then next year, they move on from McKivitz or keep him an extra as a rotational piece, and then we plug and play our tackle. Let me know in the comments. Do you think the Niners will be taking a tackle with their first pick in the 2024 NFL draft? Now, I understand it's really hard to really grasp what they're going to do prior to free agency. Free agency will determine a lot in the direction that the Niners will be going in. I can't wait for Monday. Today's Friday. Saturday's going to take forever. Sunday's going to take forever. I hope the weekend goes by fast. I can't wait for Monday. I'm like a kid at a candy store. I want to bring in some good pieces. Now, I don't want to overpay. I really don't want to experiment with Isaiah Oliver. We didn't overpay him, but he didn't really work out. I think the Niners are going to put their chips in the middle of the table, and they're going to go ahead and get a big name. It might not be Chris Jones. It might be trading for Brian Burns. Maybe they bring in Hunter. Maybe they go after a corner. Kansas City tagged Snead, I believe is his name. Maybe they trade for him. The possibilities are endless of which direction the Niners can go. I do know this. The Niners have been aggressive. The Niners will continue to be aggressive. And I expect the Niners to really make some moves that is going to help this roster be better in 2024. Now, I'm going to go live on Monday and talk. We're going to talk day one of the draft, of the free agency. And then on Tuesday at 6:30, myself, Pete, and Brandon will go live. We'll talk about free agency. Then on Fridays at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, myself and Jess will go live. We'll talk about free agency. And then, based on what we do, we'll begin to put together a draft board. Based on who they brought in or who they did not bring in free agency, we'll have a better perspective of which direction they'll be going in the draft. All right, guys, it's been over an hour and a half. I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful Friday evening. Be blessed. Have a blessed day. Remember, love one another, support one another, and always remain faithful no matter what. Go Niners. Let's kick some butt in free agency, and let's have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I am your boy, at your service, Niner Beto, with the Niner Sickness Podcast. Thank you, guys. God bless you, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.